And we're live. Another short segment here, the Johnny and Gene Show. I'm Felix Levine. To my right, John Alite. To my far right, Gene Borrello. Before we get into it, please make sure that you've liked this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Quick things. I mean, there's a lot of different endorsements out there, a lot of different companies that you guys have either partnered with or are looking to partner with that I know is of interest to the masses out there. So I guess talk about it. I mean, I know, having that Mafia background, there's different sectors that are more interested in you guys. Elaborate, and over the years, I guess, how those different industries worked in tangent with the Mafia.
Well, you want to start off because you just had the recent one with the jewelry more than I can go in.
A lot of people know I was into watches. I always had nice watches. I was also sticking up high-end jewelry stores, obviously. I mean, that's how I got into, jewelry and stuff like that. But, I'm not like that no more.
I still got to laugh at what you just said. We're always serious, but actually, it was pretty funny.
I was hitting jewelry stores. I was.
Yeah, but the picture, we got to bring that picture. He had a picture out with about 6 watches across his arm. This way, and he wasn't sure which one he wanted to wear. So I'm like, you're still into these watches.
So, so a jewelry store owner had reached out to me, and he says, that he wants us to sponsor his show. And, I know he knows I love jewelry, and Johnny, we love, the high-end watches and everything. And, I thought that was really cool because us sponsoring jewelry, I mean, if you on my Instagram, I had yellow gold Daytona. I mean, I had $30,000 watches. I had really nice watch. That was my thing. So jewelry was always my thing, and I think that would fit in with us,
And for you, John, I mean, was jewelry always the route? I know there's cigars. There's a whole lot of things that, I mean, there's also just the way that the Mafia dress was all about nice watches, cigars.
What do you want me to tell you? Well, you could tell me if you want.
I wasn't a cigar guy.
You can tell me how I dress. I go, because my girl tries to tell me what to do. You might as well tell me what to do now, too. Everybody thinks, hey, this guy's a tough guy. Actually, everybody's telling me what to do. So, now my daughter's telling me what time I can eat. We're going to go out. So I'm getting used to getting pushed around these days. So,
it's different than before.
Yeah, I'm all right getting pushed around. As soon as my little cat tells me what to do, then I'm in trouble. Yeah. So, all right, I'll tell you what. You know what? For what we do, there's a lot of companies that have approached me, talked, some serious, some not. But what I look at and what I like, everybody knows I wear glasses crazy. And everybody's asking, what do you wear? And I wear everything. So I have a couple pairs of Cartier. So, people know I have Gucci. So I have different ones that, that I really like. And so obviously I've been contacted by people that are in the eyeglass business. That's one. I've been contacted recently. I just sat down and I think I just put it up on Instagram, cigar company. What I'm really interested in, and nobody's contacted me, is obviously I wear a lot of clothes and shoes, designer stuff. And so, I'm hoping some of these kind of companies contact me and endorse me and endorse Gene for what we're doing on the show. And we could throw you into as an honorable ex-gangster. But, so, there's so many things that, we talk about. But, for us, it's usually cigars, glasses, shoes, ties, clips, pens, different jewelry. So those are more of a gangster, thing that people, would notice that we wore, different things. I'm always in sports jackets. So, of course, clothing line and glasses and stuff that are kind of flashier. And we're a little over the top sometimes with. I mean, I used to wear a $100,000 diamond bezeled Rolex that when I got locked up, that came off my arm pretty fast. So never got that back. But, those are the things that, that people know us for. So, like, Gene's still hasn't changed. He loves watches and cars and different things. So, maybe we'll be lucky and we'll get somebody that wants us to, they want to endorse us with Bentleys or something, I don't know, or Lamborghinis. Lamborghini.
How important was dressing and having that flashy stuff back in the Mafia days?
Well, I'm going to tell you like this. Ronnie G was crazy. If you didn't dress like, not even about high-end stuff, but if you dressed like bummy, he would abuse you. Like, what the fuck you got on? Get that off. What kind of watch is that? That's how he was. He's very, his crew, they had to have the best. If you look like a schlep, he was gonna let you know about it and make you go home and fix that. Don't bring this jerk over. I mean, I'm gonna be real with you. Vinny the same way. Bad.
Well, look at us with Gotti seniors. You know, we're all wearing hand painted ties.
Wow.
We're all beautiful hankies. So he taught us really about wearing stylish and a different on a different level. Guys, I wear a lot of I shop at Garmani. I don't know if people know, it's like one of the top 10 highest men's stores around in the country. And the people, they know I went there originally and I couldn't buy a tie there, so I just got home. So, but I like clothes. And before that, we used to go take a six. And then, before that, some other stores. And so I'm used to clothes. He's used to them. It's part of the life. So it only makes sense when these cigar companies or, eyeglass companies or, for shades are in touch with us. So, I'm hoping to get some different companies coming at us with endorsements, especially because of the work we do with kids now and, second chance programs and things that we talk about, giving other kids second chances. And, obviously the same with us. We want a second chance at life. We're doing a good job with it. I'm on this for, almost a decade with kids and different companies. And Gene's been on it since he's come home. So I think that the track record itself is something positive that when companies pick us up, they're saying, hey, listen, America's about second chances. No one's perfect. And that's why we're talking about this with kids in jails. And we are, the poster child for guys in jail that you can do it if we can do it. So if we can do it, you guys can do it and really pay it forward. And we're hoping companies look at it the same way and back us and say, hey, these guys are doing the right thing with kids.
Now, I just want to bring you back really quickly. Talk about the shades. I mean, the shades, I think, in the Mafia are so like particular. Is that something that you guys are told you gotta have, or at least in your back pocket, or is it something that?
No, I mean, listen, I go in my drawer, right? I had 22 pairs of underwear and I had 24 pairs of sunglasses.
Listen,
So
Wow.
Something funny. I mean, our guest that we had on Hootie, his crew was known as the Sunglass Crew because when
He also had nice sunglasses.
No, but listen, it was funny because their captain and their soldiers, whatever, all around them, they all wore sunglasses at night. My friend used to sing to them, I wear my sunglasses. Used to fuck with them so bad. Because you be in strip clubs walking there and they all got their sunglasses on in the strip club. It'd be so funny. The whole crew, they all be sitting there with all Cartier glasses tinted out.
well, when Hootie came and I saw him for the first time, I go, what'd you do? Just jack my car? Is it because he had this Cartier? They're a little similar to mine. Actually, 50, if guys watch 50 Cent I'm talking about, he has the new Cartiers that I like, so I'm going to try to get those now because they're a little more rounded off than a new edition.
What is it about those kinds of glasses that you think,
I don't know.
I got epilepsy, so so these lights kill me. So people always ask, why are you wearing sunglasses? I'm like, listen, half the time I can't see with them, but I got to wear them. You see, like during these shows, I always take them on and off. I don't know if anybody notices.
Well,
so, because I get the lights are the worst thing for you, especially fluorescent lights and these bright lights like this. So I gotta wear glasses. So the best endorsement for me is a glass company.
Yeah, we're joking around. Like Ronnie, like I said before, we would be all super tight, me and Ronnie. But anything he's seen, like on you, he wanted it. Where'd you get those sunglasses? I'm like, I got them Louis Vuitton. Oh, all right. The next day he got them on. He went and bought them. So that's how he was. Anything he's seen that was nice, and that's how he was. He'll just go and buy it. Shoes, anything he's seen, he'd be like, oh wow, where'd you get those sneakers? Next day somehow it's in his. He got it. That's the way he was, Same thing with the sunglasses, same thing. He see any of my sunglasses I had, he go buy them next day.
But I'm wondering also how that Mafia style came to be. I mean, because when you look at, the old footage, you can tell who's in the, who's the boss, who's no.
Well,
you disagree?
Yeah,
There's a particular way to dress, and I
Bugsy
think it's
Siegel, or you watch a Lucky Luciano, he had nice glasses. I mean, certain guys, they had some good shades, and you have a gangster look. I mean, it's a look. It's a clothing line of look, and I'm really surprised more people. Actually, it's true. I know a lot of people that I got a good friend of mine, and I'll throw him a little shout out from the city, Mario. He's in the clothing business, so I really am shocked more people haven't got in touch about clothing lines, because when I was in Albania, I did a radio show and I did a local TV show. I did a lot of shows there, but they talked about my clothing. Right, because everybody says, man, he's always dressed in designer clothes and shoes and this and that. And I said, listen, I'm a big clothing guy. I grew up on Jamaica Avenue wearing T-shirts and chinos with no money. So the first status of showing that you have money before you can afford the car, because I couldn't drive my pair of pants around, or I would have bought nicer pants. So the pants and the sports jackets, maybe they'll cost you $1,000 back in the day that were beautiful. I mean, a nice car was going to still in those days was going to cost you 20. So when I was first successful, I bought a brand new Corvette, and I got nicknamed by Johnny Koenig, actually Vets, because I always had convertible Corvettes, and I buy them cash back in those days, and I made my whole crew buy Vets. So we were all driving Vets. It would be 7 or 8 of us, and so those are real signs of success, and that's what we do with our clothes.
So you would make your crew buy the Corvettes?
Oh man, you know why? Bro, Ron was the same way. Get the pickup truck. I'm like, I don't want a fucking pickup truck. I'm like, a Ford 150. I don't want that. He goes, no, get the pickup truck. He almost had me convinced to buy a pickup truck. I got the MX-5. I'm like, I don't want the pickup truck.
You know why I look good? You know what? You know why I look good? Because say we had to go somewhere, and now these days you take an SUV, you pile in 2 cars. When we used to roll, right back in those days, only 2 people can go on a vet. Right. So it'd be like 20 of us, 17 of us, it'd be 10 cars. So, you look like you're coming in strong. It's like, wow, look how many guys. Now they show up with 2 cars, and there's, 15 guys are getting out.
Wow. Yeah. That's so interesting. And for you, was it, I mean, Corvettes was more his era.
That's his era. Our era was Mercedes Beamer. So Ronnie loved Mercedes or pickup trucks.
Always tinted?
Huh?
Tinted?
What do you mean tinted?
Like the windows are tinted?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Always.
Blacked out, but he made me laugh just now when he said he had me convinced. Oh, Mercedes I feel like I was in the movie Donnie Brasco. Oh, the Lincoln's a better automobile. He's telling me, I'm like, I don't want the Mercedes. He goes, it's better. The BMW, it drives like a sled. I said, my truck don't drive like a fucking sled. It's a brand new $100,000 truck. He had me convinced to get rid of my stuff and get what he got. Wow. That's how he was.
So the appearance was just as important as everything else, or more important, would you say?
Yeah. Gotti used to tell me as a kid, get that Pitmobile out of here, because I had the convertible. He didn't like it, but yes, he liked driving them, but he didn't like that look in front. He wanted the Lincolns and the Caddies, and I bought those too. But now these days, especially back then, guys used to tell me, friends of mine like Bobby Borrello before he got killed. He says, why do you drive convertibles all the time? He says, if they try to kill you. I'm like, so anybody that's trying to kill me, I drive a convertible. It's easy to get through. I mean, if they're going to hit you, they're going to hit you. That top ain't going to change nothing. But yeah, I like convertibles and I like sports cars.
And you guys would always have, I mean, I know that, the Mafia was bigly involved in the car dealership and those things. I mean, how did that work? I'm sure you guys would get nice prices, better prices than anybody else.
Maybe his time.
Yeah, and our time.
Not our time. It's different.
On Rockaway Boulevard, right by the car wash over there, right by the Carvel used to be Vinny's cars.
Yeah.
Across the street, they opened up a Lincoln car dealership. We made the guy rich. The guy knew us. We used to go in there with 15, 20, 25 guys, and everybody buy a Lincoln. So, we weren't normal shoppers.
Can't do that now.
We went to David Nadler's to get in Brooklyn, and we get monogram shirts. And we go, same thing. Mark Ryder sent us there. Mark was the guy I talked about in another show, and he was an impeccable dresser. So he always used to tell me, Johnny, get this, get that. And he had crazy money. So I'm trying to stay up with him. I mean, I can't afford the shoelaces on my shoes compared to what he's buying beautiful suits for $2,500. So, you start shopping in these stores, and once you get accustomed to getting a custom shirt made, and the thickness of the shirt, and then the monograms, it's very hard to go back.
It must have been very hard to go to jail and wear that. And
you only get one choice of dress in jail.
It's not custom.
You were going to goodies, I'm sure, too, right?
Yeah, with the goodies. Me and Ronnie, one of them, used to go down to
we used to call
South Jamaica.
Oh my God, it's hysterical goodies.
Because I wore all kinds of colors too. Yeah, I didn't care about I was flashy. They used to say I'm the whitest black guy out there. So because I like flashy clothes too. Wow. And half of my friends are black, so we would all joke and switch up. And Johnny Wilson's always with me now. You see, who's always with me, and guys always joking. Johnny Wilson's always coming with something that I like, And he's like, "Don't worry, I got you." So we're always back and forth. And he's twice my size, but he gets things for me when he goes shopping, or if I find something, and he's like my brother. I mean, we're close.
And then you guys would walk into all these stores with like 20, you buy the same things. So then at some point they must have loved you. I mean, you guys were the best business for them.
Well, we had a store called Bob's Sneaker Corner. And everybody wore the same sweatsuits in the whole neighborhood. Every time a sweatsuit or a new pair of sneakers came out, everybody had the same sweatsuit. It's hysterical. We were all his business. So when all the gangsters go away, the store went out of business. I mean, that's how it was. Literally, everybody wore the same sweatsuit.
Is Sneaker Corner still
It's gone.
open? Oh, yeah.
It's
we
gone.
all went there, too.
Yeah.
But the good thing about it is if you don't like somebody, you buy him an outfit. So if somebody tries to kill you, they kill him by accident.
Well, I don't know. I mean, that's for me. I find that stuff fascinating.
Yeah.
Because the Mafia is such a look.
Well, because I'll tell you the truth, we're more like broads than the broads are. We go shop like crazy, especially when you make a score.
Yeah.
You hit like, he did a lot of robberies. So,
Oof.
you rob whatever, you pull out 70, 80,000. Guys shop normal. Like when we did a heist, we hit a place in the city. And after I got my end, whatever it was back in the day, I think it was 70 or 80,000 actually. And, they go, where you going? When a normal person goes and he gets himself, a pair of shoes and something else. I went and bought a built-in pool on a backyard. So, I went for 120,000 and I was like, all right, now I got to rob something again because I just spent more than I just made. But, that was the way we live. You're making it easy, you're spending it easy.
People don't understand. People don't understand when you're living that crime life and you're actually making money. It's just like you don't even value the dollar, man. I used to go out and blow money. I used to spend like $300 a day on pick 4. I would just do random numbers. I didn't know where I used to go. I know my ex-girlfriend used to go, what are you spending this on? I used to go in and buy, I don't know, anything. I just, waste money on just nonsense. Clothes shopping every day, everything. It was just,
How do you guys get used to life now? It's not like that anymore.
No, it's not. I mean,
I go out in the corner with this cup.
I drink Diet Cokes now.
Help me. Listen, it's part of life. You adjust up and down. A ton of guys you guys know testified against me. And when they testified against me, they talked about how good I was with money. Or let's use the word stupid. I was stupid with money.
Yeah, I was horrible.
I would call my friends that, back in the day, you didn't need, any kind of passports or anything. We'd fly to Cancun. And I'd call everybody, tell me, meet me. They'd think there was something going on. And I'd have 12, 15 guys meeting me. And I'd say, just follow me. I wouldn't tell them where we're going. When we get to the airport, and I'd buy 15 tickets for everybody. And then when we got there, I'd buy everybody clothes. But, you're throwing money like that because you're making money like that. And now when you step back and you're out of that life and you're not making money like that, you wish you saved just like 1/10 of everything you spent. Man. And you'd be good for the rest of your life.
Oh,
but, hey, you got to say, listen, we had hard lives, right? And then you had some good parts of life.
And I was a bad gambler. I mean, one time I hit a score. My end was like 70 grand. So I dropped off 40,000 somewhere. I'm like, oh, hold this. I'm not coming back to touch it. 2 days later, I'm like, give me the money. I need it. I blew the other money. That's how I was. I was so crazy with money. So when you live that life, man, money to some people, they're like, oh my God, what are you doing? It's just like, we think it's never going to end. We'll go get it again next week.
That's my friend. I had a Jewish friend, not a gangster, very close with me. He passed away, and great guy. Really a great guy. We met. He owned 3 nursing homes. Gene was saying, and I'll give you an example of a gambler because my father was a gambler, but he didn't have the money my friend Eddie had. And Eddie he would fly around with private jets and he'd pick me up. And when I went to prison, he'd come visit me. And everybody thought he was some sort of boss because he'd pull into private airfields with, with private jets. And he had big money, but he lost it all gambling. But he would gamble literally a couple $100,000 on a private table every hand. Not, things. So he had 3 nursing homes. He lost 2 before he passed away. So one time they're flying him around. They give him an SUV as a gift. It was a $40-something-thousand car at the time. And I said to him, he was all happy. And I said to him, Eddie, just lost $700,000. I go, you fucking kidding me? They give you, and he goes, you got to be a killjoy. You got to bring that up. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Tell him you want a second one. He goes, what am I going to do a second one? I go, give it to your girlfriend. I go, who are you giving that one to? He goes, my wife. I said, so ask him for the second one. He goes, you think they'll give it to you? I knew they would give it to him, and they gave it to him. They actually gave him another one. So he says, there you go. Now you got 100,000 back. You only got to get another 600 back, and you're even for the week. Oh. I mean, really, that's how he gambled. He gambled that bad. And a friend of mine, Joe T, he's still around. He used to be the player agent for him. So, Joe, I didn't know what kind of money Joe was making at the time when I gave it to him. When I found out just his override on that player, I should have killed Joe. I was like, I didn't realize this guy was making this kind of money off my friend, Wow. I'm joking, Joe. We're still friends.
Well, Always fascinating. We'll elaborate on more of these topics on future episodes. Make sure that you guys have liked this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and follow Gene on Instagram.
GeneBoy666.
It never gets old. And John on his new Instagram. I'll let you plug it.
John Alite officially.
And for me, at felix.levine. And I think that's it. I don't know if there's
My website, johnalite.com. And we have several films coming out this year, everybody. So there'll be more series besides Fear City on Netflix. And me and Gene should start production, I believe, next month in a 5-part series.
Beautiful. Stay tuned.
Thank you.